Same thing with the Steelers. Pete, I'm going to go off the rundown here for a second because this dovetails with something I've been meaning to write at PFT based on an article from Ed Bouchette of The Athletic, who's covered the Steelers for years.
Right.
Just because ownership has said we want to keep Ben for another year, and just because Ben has said I'll do whatever I need to do, they still have to do it. You still have to put pen to paper on some type of a new deal that allows the Steelers to keep Ben Roethlisberger, to navigate the salary cap, and everyone has to be on board with this idea that it's just one more year. That's it.
Right.
And that's the vibe that was created last week. So until that paperwork is done by the middle of March, there's still a chance it falls apart and the two sides say we just can't work this out. The Steelers cut him. And see, the difference for Ben, if he retires, he owes them $12.5 million. If they cut him, he owes them $0. And if he wants to play for somebody else next year, if the Spirit so moves him, he can. So until that contract is finalized between the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger, until they put numbers out there that both sides say we can live with this, we agree to this, this will work, there's still a chance they're going to hit a roadblock. And same thing with Matt Ryan. If the Falcons try to come to him and say, we can't have a $40 million cap number this year. Our total cap's only $180 million. Can you work with this to reduce your cap number?
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think I think it'll be a lot harder with the Matt Ryan situation with you there. Like that, I do. Because, again, still, he's playing at a very high level and just left the prime of his career. Big Ben, I think it's pretty obvious. I think even he has to know, like, man, the way it looked last year, this probably will be my last year. And the play wasn't good enough last year to where I think there'll be even a market like there was for Brady or Phillip Rivers. I think there'll be too many things concerning there. And he just seems like he has no interest in flirting with any of that. I think that's why he got out in front of this conversation very quick and said, I'll redo my contract. I think he wants to let everybody know, I still want to play. Hey, fans, I'm here. I want to play. I'll play for less and help the team out. I think he's trying to get in front of that story right now to kind of get that momentum behind him. And if I'm Big Ben, and if you're realistic, hey, 2 years removed from an elbow surgery. Last year, man, as the season went on, I wore down. It didn't look the same as I did the first 7 weeks of the year. Like, you got a team that's ready. I mean, they're ready. I would be like, I'll play for 5 cents this year, Mr. Rooney. I got $120 million in the bank already. I want one more Super Bowl chance. Here's 5 cents. Pay me that this year. Sign some other players. Do your best to make our team as good as we can with this salary cap issue.
3 quick points.
Okay.
Number one, nobody wants to be the bad guy in this divorce. Nobody wants to be the one who gets blamed by the fans for it falling apart. Right. Number two, they're not going to be Super Bowl ready in 2021. There's a bunch of guys that they're not going to be able to afford to bring back because of the cap. Number three, this is my own opinion, and you tell me if you agree or disagree.
Okay.
Not that I need to give you an engraved invitation. If I'm going into a season as an NFL quarterback pushing 40 saying this is going to be my last year, I just need to step aside. I don't think that's good for anybody to go into that because I think of Brett Favre in 2010. I don't think that was good for anybody. It's better. Everybody wants to walk away with that Super Bowl trophy under their arm. Not everybody's going to get to do it. It's better to do that than to have an embarrassing final season like Favre had with the Minnesota Vikings.
I don't disagree with you right there. You're right. There is a psychological aspect there for a quarterback to where they can't be telling themselves it's the last year. Yeah, I hope Big Ben would – you're right. And if you're put himself in his shoes or whatever, hope he's telling himself, I think I got a few good years of football left in me, while also being able to realize that it could be the last year or two. You're right. There's a different approach there as far as that mindset to what you're saying, where you're going in and going, all right, I'll suck it up for one more year. I hope I can make it through. You're right. Then when you're talking like that, then it probably is time to hang up the cleats, and only Big Ben can answer that question.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.